Zooarchaeology of the Nuragic Bronze Age, ZANBA for short, is using isotope analysis of animal remains to understand how people moved around in the landscape of ancient Sardinia. The Nuragic culture developed on the island of Sardinia between around 1700 and 900 BCE. It's a fascinating culture made up of many interdependent communities that built thousands of monumental stone towers all over the island. Understanding human mobility in the Nuragic culture can help archaeologists answer questions about competition and cooperation, economic networks, political expansion, and responses to climate change. Because animals like sheep, goats, and cattle were closely tended by Bronze Age pastoralists, ZANBA can use the remains of these animals as a proxy to understand human mobility. Where animals were raised, how they were raised, and how far they traveled before they were consumed can all contribute to an understanding of how Nuragic people moved around in the landscape. Isotope analysis contributes to this study by linking animal remains to the landscape. Strontium isotopes, one of the main isotopes examined by ZANBA, are related to the bedrock in an area. Because plants that grow in the region today have strontium signatures similar to those that Nuragic animals ate, ZANBA researchers have been collecting plants throughout central Sardinia and processing them chemically to extract and test the strontium. This lets us build a base map of strontium values that we can compare animal samples to. Other isotopes like carbon and nitrogen can tell us about how the animals were raised. Knowing how animals were raised can be combined with mobility data to create a better picture of what was going on. For example, if animals started being raised more intensively, but closer to home, that could indicate that competition with neighboring communities was limiting people's ability to travel freely through the landscape. Animals that were being raised more intensively, but coming from multiple places far away, could indicate cooperative trade networks or political consolidation and expansion. The animals we're testing come from a site called Inglese, located on the city plateau in central Sardinia. Inglese dates to the early development of the Nuragic culture, meaning that ZANBA's research can help us understand how Nuragic leaders were able to grow to wield the impressive economic power we see at the culture's height. ZANBA's research is ongoing. You can follow updates on our blog and through social media.